The Utopia Project.
Hello and welcome to the Utopia Project. This is a place where we build a lovely little planet out of all that is nice and lovely, and then we talk to guests and say, what do you want on your planet? And they go, I want that. And we go, well, go on then. All right. I'm Chucky T, and I'm joined each and every week by Jack Magic.
Hello.
Hello, mate.
How are you?
Not bad, mate. Yourself?
Good.
Hopefully. Oh, no, sorry. Also working behind the scenes is producer Bonnie.
I said a Wagwan massive.
Wagwan crew.
I said a Wagwan crew.
Wagwan massive.
A Wagwan crew and a Wagwan massive.
Ba-da-ba-bow.
Yeah, famous Arctic Monkeys song.
Yeah. Wagwan crew. Anyway.
Sorry about that intro.
That's all right.
An idea came into my head and I hadn't finished what I was doing.
Nice.
I don't know why people say that I'm ADHD.
Sharpie's not here again this week, is he?
No, he's still...
He's become tobacco.
Yes, apparently he has. I've left my tobacco on the side there, just
He just
strewn across.
slipped his Sharpie's camera.
There you go.
He cuts it.
Chopped out. Look.
Yeah.
That's why I put it there.
No, he was lost to the water park last week, wasn't he?
Yes. Apparently a body has been discovered,
Oh, yeah?
but they're yet to be identified.
I don't think it was Sharpie.
No, it was very bloated.
Right. Definitely not Sharpie.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Nice.
Hopefully we'll find him soon.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
If you've seen a wild Sharpie about, let me know.
Yeah. What I was going to say is we did a test on the Patreon, and hopefully it's still working now, is we're in 4K.
Sick.
And we have monitors in our ears, and that might be why we're talking a bit strange.
Yeah.
But other than that, Sharpie's not here. We got 4K. Like, it's glorious. Have we got a sponsor, Mr. Jack?
This week, the Utopia Project is sponsored. Not by name, so I'll just go through it. Are you tired? You need magnesium glycate. Do your bones ache? You need magnesium citrate. Want quicker muscle recovery? You need magnesium malate. Are you bloated? You need Shilajit. Well, all that shit would cost you about 900 quid. But to wipe away all that cost, you can take just one single thing which combines all the health benefits of all these products in one easy to swallow pill. Shorty to the Temple is now available completely free on the Utopian Health Service. If you don't fancy buying random pills off strangers on the TikTok shop and you're sick of seeing ridiculous fucking adverts all over your FYP, you can apply to the UHS now for your completely free Shorty to the Temple. When you're thinking of giving up with the world, try Shorty to the Temple. Click, bang, thank you, ma'am.
That is it.
I was sick of getting stupid fucking adverts on my TikTok. Can you tell?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was annoying me. So I made that instead. Give up. Shot it to the Temple. Available now.
TM, registered trademark.
Yeah.
These sponsors are getting a bit big.
bit of something, isn't it?
Yeah, it used to be just blind panic from Sharpie.
Yeah.
And then that went over to you. And then now it's actually like you write stuff down and that.
Yeah.
It's
well,
strange.
it's a bit better in it.
Yeah.
I think it's better.
Yeah.
Well, it's good.
Well,
They
thanks.
look good. Yeah, I'm with you with that.
Thanks.
It's just the TikTok shop fucking, advertisers getting worse.
my
Especially
fucking
that ones
head in.
with now they're using the war to. Oh, you need a rechargeable battery pack because World War III's coming. Get one now for £2. You're like, what the fuck, man?
Right, we're doing yet another change to the format, Jack.
Yeah.
Aren't we? We've been chatting. Sharpie's not here to tell us, no, don't do that. Stick with the programme.
Yeah.
So we're doing, what we call it?
In or bin.
In or bin. Ta-da-da-da-da-da. That's how that one goes.
Ta-da!
In or bin. So, for the Utopian planet, what we're going to do, well, it's for our Utopian planet, actual Utopia. So, you're going to bring something,
Yeah.
and me and Dave are going to decide whether it's in or it's
Yeah.
out.
Not specifically just me.
No.
We'll take it in turns.
Yeah, we'll
But
take
this
it in
week
turns.
it's me.
Yeah. Are you up for that, Producer Varney?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Go on,
In or
Jack.
bin, simple
Right,
concept.
in or bin. I used to be one of these, and I've now switched, and I'm the other one. Sleeping with a fan on. Yeah? I think it should be in. I used to need pitch black, completely silent. I think now I can't sleep unless there's a fan on.
Really?
Yeah.
But no matter the time of year.
Yeah. Amy gets well mad, because, especially when it's winter, and there's a fan going, and she's like, no, it's counterproductive because you're cooling the room down. I'm like, no. It's blowing air around. The heating is still on, the window's still shut. And it's just the noise and the air circulation. I'm like, yeah, need it.
And not to bring it up again, air conditioning.
Aircon, see?
Aircon.
Yeah. That's very loud, but you do get used to it.
Oh, yeah, you do if you chill.
Yeah.
Are you a fansman?
Yep, every night.
Yeah.
Without fail. Yeah.
I think this might be an easy one because I feel like you to be on board, but...
Yeah. The only downside I have to it is because we're in the season of fan on, and I wake up like
hang on, in the season of what? Oh, fan on.
Fan on.
I wonder what you said. I thought it was like, down on.
Fan on. Yeah, I wake up real dry, like, and my eyes are all, when you get sleep bogies, get a lot of them.
Do you have? So you have fan on? Do you have window open there? Don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, you should be all right.
Well, no, that is what happens.
Yeah. I don't know why it dries you out.
I don't know.
You big dry bastard. Yeah.
In fairness, my fan is right next to my head.
That's probably a problem.
Yeah.
I have it the other side of the room.
I don't know if it's pushing dust into my head or what.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pushing dust into. I have mine on my head as well. I like the wind in my face. The best time I can sleep is on a beach.
Yeah,
a beach with a towel over me, and the wind and the noise. I love it, and just the general hubble of the people. I'm out like a light. I think the beach. So I try to emulate that. Not with the hubbub of people noise, but just like...
you just get a family of four to come in their pants.
But I do have white noise on as well.
See, Amy said about white noise. I can't rock with that.
That kind of is your fan noise, though.
I know, but I think it's more the air circulation as well as the fan noise, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
I think if I just had a fan noise, it wouldn't be enough.
I have a YouTube video I go to every single night. It has to be that one. I can't have a different one.
You're like
a different tone. I'm like, no, I know that it's that one. Every time I go on night, I go on my Brave browser because you can use it as a. You don't have to buy YouTube Premium. Just to let you guys know, Brave browser does background playback for free.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
I've started using Brave browser at work. It's sick.
Why have we been hanging around for as long as we have, and you haven't told me that? That's gold knowledge. That
you guys have iPhones, right?
Yeah,
I've got Android.
You got Android. Android does it background player anyway? No.
Oh.
Nearly, but no.
Try Brave browser. You can do background playback on iPhone without YouTube Premium.
Oh. Right, well,
that's in for me.
Yeah. One of them. There you go.
The fun on. Nice and easy.
Yeah, boy. Right, so that takes us then to the next section. I ain't used these buttons in ages. So it takes us to...
If only we had a producer.
It's not even... No, but it's the... That one?
Yeah.
Thunderdome. We're finally doing a Thunderdome.
Yes.
Yeah. So what we're doing in Thunderdome is I've not got out of practice of even introducing them. If you haven't watched this before, what we do with Thunderdome is we pick a job out of the hat, and then two of us will bring a character or a person to do that job in Utopia, and then in this instance, Vorney, you're going to be deciding who gets the job.
Okay.
So we both are going to. Because usually it's Chris versus Chris. Usually it's Sharpie versus Jack.
Yep.
This is the first time ever that I've done a Thunderdome as a contender.
Oh, sound.
So
there you go.
This week we are doing the guy who makes pandas fuck again at the zoo.
Yes.
That's the job.
It might be on there, is it?
The guy who makes pandas fuck at the zoo again.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Or in normal terms, panda breeder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to go first, Jack?
No, you can go first.
Oh, no. Right, I'll go first then. I got my pitch. There is pictures in the Dropbox, by the way.
Oh, okay.
You might want to bring it up at the end.
Okay.
I don't know. Let me see if I can do this button. Timer start. This will do. Right, I've got like 100 seconds.
Yeah.
What?
Let's see the picture, mate. Carry on.
Okay. Right, let's go. For the Make Pandas Fuck Again programme, Utopia needs someone who is charismatic yet firm. The programme needs to be fronted by someone who the public enjoys and believes in the believes in to get the job done. But at the same time, this person needs to be sensitive, caring, and an all-round top shagger. I believe I represent the perfect candidate. My candidate has vast experience in front of the camera, meaning TV and social media ad campaigns would be a breeze. They are beloved by mothers and geezers nationwide, and this would help create a trust from the public in sponsorships and donations to help fund the programme even further. They are someone that doesn't mind getting their hands dirty, getting in the thick of it, and perhaps even physically guiding the black and white fur bastards through the process and hopefully getting them back on form, shitting out babies left, right and centre. My candidate is a father too, so once the pandas are back at full capacity, they can help with the suckling and nurturing of newborn pandas and offer panda parenting advice like, I couldn't wait to have a boy because as much as I love girls, I was sick of trying to put on a bikini on a Barbie. And also things like, it's like borrowing a baby orangutan and it just wants to eat things and smash things up. Furthermore, to encourage the pandas, my candidate has a no-nonsense leadership approach. They can whip the pandas into shape with inspirational words of encouragement such as, fuck it into a son, and if you tickle his balls, play hard to get, he might just fancy a go. My candidate is Danny Dyer.
Oh, nice.
And as you see,
That's
he's
with pandas.
He's got plenty of experience.
Is that legit?
No, of course it's not.
Is that AI?
It's ChatGPT.
I don't know, Jack. Look at his face.
It looks a bit weird, doesn't it? It's not completely wrong, though.
Yeah. I wrote too much that I had to cut my script short because I ran out of time.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have done the opposite.
Have you?
Yeah.
I just thought he's going to be real good. Like, I mean, obviously, with the pitch that I've given. Firm but fair.
I don't know if it's AI or not, I'm going to be honest.
That looks
know
less
about that.
Danny Dyer, more Russell Crowe.
I haven't checked it thoroughly myself, but check how many legs the pandas have and how many claws and
Yeah.
how many. I mean, does he have 6 fingers, Danny Dyer? He has 4 on that hand. What about the other hand? What's that? One
He's done
thumb.
quite well. What did you use to generate it?
ChatGPT.
It's getting good, the model. ChatGPT's getting good now.
That is
But it
really
said-
good.
It said, can you give us a picture of Danny Dyer? Because who is he? And I was like, who you don't know who Danny Dyer is?
Nice.
Yeah, that's mine.
Good shout. Good shout.
What's the one when he does that meditation, that face clip, he goes, fuck.
Oh,
okay, so what's he say?
Last one laughing when he goes, slag. I'm going to do a warm up. Slag.
That would have been me done. I'm like, what? I think half of them went in there. I was like, oh. But yeah, good candidate. Great start.
Yeah.
Nice.
Are you going, Jack?
I've written nothing because I thought I can wing this easy. That would be really good.
Well, because I hadn't prepped anything for in or bin,
yeah.
I prepped extensively for that. So I'll be like, I tried.
Yeah, see, I prepped for everything else, and then on this, I was like, no, but I can breeze that.
Yeah.
Easy, mate, easy.
Yeah.
And then you've done all that, and now I'm like, shit. So, we'll go at the end as well. So, on the reveal, that's when we go for the picture, okay?
I have got the right picture, right?
I hope so. Well, it's the only picture in
I
show
think so.
Yeah. You can't get it wrong. If this is wrong, a Lord knows how you've done that.
All right, okay.
Anyway, so I've gone for this person for all the same reasons as Chunk. He's a top shagger. He is a dad. He would be great to offer words of encouragement, to be firm but fair. I think he would do enough listening as well as being like, just fucking get up a kid. He would coax them into it, but he would know exactly what they needed. If they need a slap and like just fucking shagger, or if they need, come on mate, I can help you, it's all right, I'll guide you in here. What you do is cup the balls and there we go.
Yeah.
He's a sensitive soul. He is also a top lad. I think he would do all of the things you need him to do to keep the breeding program going. He would have the emotional availability for that. He is known nationwide by mums and dads alike. Everybody loves him. You can't not love him. Also, some say I think the Kung Fu Panda was modelled on him a little bit. Does look fairly similar anyway. I have gone for the incredible Jimmy off of Depressios.
What is you've got an obsession with Jimmy at the minute.
I was going to go Steve Irwin, but I thought, nah, that's better. He'd be better at it.
You found the best photo of
I
him.
thought, what
Is
good
that
picture can it...
ChatGPT?
No, that's legit. That's me, that. I thought, what's the best...
remove my hands?
Yeah, I thought, what's the best picture I can find of Jimmy? And I found the picture of Vorney mashing his face up and then just edited his hands out of it.
I'm very concerned what it's done with my cheek.
Well, I think that's your arm.
Oh, it
Because
is?
your hand was there, wasn't it?
And then your shoulder pubes, obviously.
Jesus. Look at that.
So if anybody
you go.
listening, come over and have a look at this photo.
Yeah,
Jimmy doesn't look well.
It's modelled off Kung Fu Panda, isn't it? Same sort of vibes. I feel like he would keep it going.
I think he would genuinely be quite good at it.
He's a caring kind of guy. But I feel like you want to do well for him, don't you? So I feel like the pandas would be like, I'll do it for you, Jimmy.
Is this your relationship with Jimmy?
Don't know what you're talking about. Allegedly.
Yeah. Speaking of, I see, before we go to decide who's the winner is going to be, I see that on Depressed CEOs, there was a ChatGPT version of you with a potato, Vorney, and it was not you, but I knew it was you.
Yeah. It's kind of uncanny valley vibes. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
So what are you saying then, Vorney? What's your little wrap up? Give us a little bit of a pros and cons.
Oh, this is tough because Jimmy is my boy, but
He doesn't die. He just doesn't have to help the pandas.
no, that's what I mean. But like, I'm trying to see who's more equipped for the job. I mean,
Danny's got his pandas there.
Jimmy did have a course in like doing
Panda care.
not panda care, but like what is it, counselling? But that doesn't really. It's for humans, not pandas. Danny Dyer.
On account of pandas
know.
not being able to speak.
Jimmy doesn't like dogs, or he's got a irrational fear of dogs. So
You
I
don't
don't-
like dogs?
He's got an irrational fear of dogs because I think a dog attacked him once. So I don't know how he would be with pandas. I'm trying to come at it like this, but also he's everything you said. Yeah, he's very stern, understanding, but also at the same time caring, loving. Danny Dyer might be. I don't think of Danny Dyer. I don't think of like helps animals, but I can imagine he loves animals.
I hope so.
I think he does.
I hope he loves.
I think he does.
I hope he loves like animals as much as he's passionate about selling caravans.
Yeah. I think he wouldn't give the animals a choice.
I think he would fuck most of the lady pandas, and they just have a load of
He'd be like, if you ain't gonna fuck them, I will. Slag.
panda dyers
This
about.
is Brood's artist pandas.
Yeah.
Oh God. I think Jimmy may takes it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You're picking Jimmy.
I am picking Jimmy. I think he takes it.
you
I'd be
seem mad about
surprised.
that.
No, I'd be surprised if you pick Danny Dyer over Jimmy.
Jimmy takes it
Yeah.
for sure.
He's scared of his boss, isn't he?
I like that picture, man.
My boss. Calm
Scared
down.
of his boss.
Calm down.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Jimmy. You start on Monday.
Jumps not man at all. Competition.
Congratulations, Jimmy, you start on
This
Monday.
is why I don't usually engage in being on the competition side of it. I'm a sore loser. I'm insufferable either way. If I'd have won, I'd have been like, ha, you're shit, I'm great.
Yeah.
And now I've lost, you're all wrong. That's how it works. That's why these two compete, and I go, I'm the king of the castle.
Will you
Yeah.
be thinking about that tonight?
Yes.
Right.
I'm like, what a waste of my fucking time.
That's crazy.
Andy wrote all of that spiel,
Yeah,
and
and
I've just gone Jimmy in
And
it.
that wasn't even ChatGPT or anything. That wasn't. That was me. I sat down and was like, right, I've got to
You
put
could.
the effort in.
I think you could have picked someone
Better, yeah. Yeah, that's according to you. Yeah. Apparently, if I just pick the judge's friend, then
Oh, he's got a point, hasn't he?
then I don't really have to put any effort in.
I mean, Jack, you've done well there to kind of. Well done.
Bribe,
I mean,
yeah.
Jack's played
Bribe,
the game
yeah.
well there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Now you know. Now you know how Matt felt
mate.
with the happy birthday song.
Nah. Not having it.
That was our very
in the
first
words
episode,
of
wasn't
my friend, the great Danny B, what's the point of playing something if you're not going to fucking win? So I'm not playing
If
anymore.
if I ever play this game and you're the judge, I'm picking you for whatever it is. I think Joke will be the best. And you're like, oh, mate, I'll win.
That's it.
Okay.
That's how it works.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Except for this one, when you're all wrong. You're all. I'm mad. Right, we need a break now.
I'll go, Amy.
I quit. No. Right. Hold on.
Yeah. Do you need to calm down now?
Yeah, I do. I need to go smash someone up. I'm gonna go find. I'm gonna go find a member of the public and headbutt him.
And just beat him up.
I'm like, it's his fault.
Yeah.
It's Jack's fault.
Nice.
Right. Yeah. Cool. Had enough. See you in a
I've had
bit.
enough.
Love you, bye. See you in a bit.
Utopia Project.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're enjoying yet another belter episode from us this week. If you are enjoying it, don't forget, press the subscribe button on YouTube. Help us push those numbers. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We're getting there slowly but surely, but we're spreading the Utopia love far and wide. So by pressing that subscribe button, you help us reach all them other little nooks and crannies of the world and the mad internet world that is out there. All right. So yeah, tell your mates, subscribe and follow us on Spotify. Show some support. It's always massively appreciated. We love you lots. I won't take up any more of your time, but make sure you press that bloody button and enjoy the rest of today's episode. Welcome back to the show. If you are enjoying this week's episode, make sure you sign up to our Patreon. You can get yourself a load of extra bits and bobs on there. You get some early access for all of our public episodes, some uncut stuff. You get exclusive episodes and discount merch and lots of little fancy bits and bobs. You like it on there, Jack, don't you?
Oh, it's got a great place to be.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah. Anyway, in the studio this week, we have Mikey Beats. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, all good. Yeah, nice to be here. Nice to check
Yeah.
out your studio and see it. It's ace. Yeah,
man.
proper cool. Thanks for
Weird to
having me.
be in the flesh.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Usually we're just on people's phone screens.
Yeah, about this big.
Fresh back from Thailand?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I've been in Asia for the past 3 months. So I've been all over, mate. I've been to Thailand, Vietnam, Singapore, Malaysia, South Korea, Hong Kong, Tokyo. Trying to remember them all, but yeah, it's been an
Just all
absolute
round them-
mad
them
experience.
parts, yeah.
It's been so much to kind of put into words, but yeah, it's been mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
With you saying about all the places you just went, I now understand why you just say Asia. Because you've pretty much seen
That's
all of it.
Yeah, most of it. Yeah, there's still a few places I want to go to, actually, like the Philippines, when I'm going to probably go back in winter, I think.
What was
Yeah.
the catalyst for sort of going, I've had enough of this. I'm
Yeah.
going. What was the final straw? What
Yeah,
was-
just the same kind of repetition every day, kind of feeling like a robot sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Just,
Yeah.
I mean, I was good at my job, and you know, the people there were great, but just feeling like a robot every day, going in, oh yeah, do my job, go home. I just got a bit bored of the repetition,
yeah.
and I wanted to switch it up and, you know, do something more fun, a bit more adventurous, and kind of test myself, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. You got any goals with the travelling? Like how many countries to go to?
Yeah. Well, I've
bucket list?
already done 17, 18 altogether. That's throughout my travelling. But I'd like to get, you know, to 25 or something. That'd be nice.
How many countries are there? I know that's like,
I don't know, actually.
Fucking loads.
Yeah, there is loads, yeah. But do a bit more of Europe this year. Got Croatia coming up soon. And Switzerland and Prague and Poland. So, yeah, get another 4 countries in, I reckon. So, yeah, ace.
so you saved up before you went?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how. Did you just do nothing beforehand? Was it just working home?
Yeah, just worked and like save bits, and then like Noise Academy and my gigs and stuff. Always put a little bit away,
Yeah.
and just that's
That's some willpower.
pretty
man.
good. Pretty
Like,
good with saving, you know. So
I can't do it.
Especially for a year, I suppose go into it as much or as little as you want, but I assume that you have to save up some packet for that.
yeah. But I mean, like Asia is not crazy expensive.
I suppose, yeah.
Thailand's cheap. Vietnam's pretty cheap. The expensive ones were like Singapore and Tokyo. Accommodation wise, I saw the jump from Thailand and Vietnam.
Yeah.
it's just a crazy difference in price. Yeah, so
we did that with Copenhagen. We was like, oh, we're going to Copenhagen. We was going to go to Amsterdam, but it was like £300-400 cheaper to go to Copenhagen. So we was like, fuck it, we'll go for like a long weekend there, see what's going on.
Yeah.
And then everyone said, there was like, oh, it's really expensive over there, like save up some money. And we was like, oh, well, we've got plenty anyway. And then went over there, and then we was like, fuck, this is expensive. We spent like 750 quid in like 2.5 days.
So at that point, you could have saved the money by going to Amsterdam.
Yeah. It was fucking mental, mate, honestly.
Planning for two of you is a little bit different than if you're going solo, you know? So, yeah.
I suppose it's double everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
I struggle to save 100 quid. But I think it's also because I'm like, well, I've got 100 quid.
Yeah.
So I could spend
But the thing
100
is,
quid.
it's how much you want to go travelling. Or because I bet if you wanted a new piece of tech, you wouldn't think twice about saving up the money.
I don't save it up, David.
You
pay
just
it
go,
off.
you pay it
That's
off.
what I do.
Yeah.
That's probably why I can't save, because I go, well, that's good. Get it now.
Yeah.
Get it right now. I'm never going to pay off any of these debts. Get it now. And
Well,
then,
you can do the travel version of that. There was a big thing on TikTok with everybody saying the phrases, fuck it, book it. So you just book it and then be like, worry about it afterwards.
Yeah.
You'll find the
way
money.
of doing it, you know? Yeah, just go for it. Yeah. That's what I've done, basically. Just go for it now. Don't worry. Just, do what you want to do. Just,
Yeah. A mate of mine went to Thailand, and he said he literally just booked a flight out there, no accommodation, no return flight, nothing. Just booked a flight out and was like, yeah, wing it.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't do that.
That baffles me.
Yeah.
Not even for like the first night.
I applaud it, and I'm very much in most other aspects, like, just do it, man. But something like that it blows my mind that people just go, fuck it,
Yeah.
I'll go. And I'm like, but what are you going to do when you get there? Where are you going to stay?
Yeah.
When are you coming back?
Yeah.
What do you do? And
I mean, they're all like the questions that everyone asks. So, you know, what are you going to do? Where are you going to stay and stuff like that. And I kind of just went with the flow, really. I wasn't really planning like, I need to go here, put too much pressure on myself. I just kind of book things on the wing.
I mean, I get that. Like, there has to be an element of planning.
Yeah, everyone's different. Yeah, absolutely. Everyone is different because, like, it stops the kind of worry and anxiety, doesn't it? Like, I need to get something booked quick. Time.
I need to know when I'm going, when I'm coming back, and like at least have, you know, somewhere to stay or something. I'm not bothered about the actual day events. I can do that when I'm there. I can find, like, we're going away in a month or so, and the lads went, you'll be on the fucking beers as soon as we get in the minibus. I'm like, no, I'm like designated trip leader until we're there and we're safe.
Yeah.
That's when I'll be like, right, see you in a week.
Yeah.
But like up until then, I'm like, I need to know exactly what's going on.
Yeah. I think as well, what I did is I knew that I'd stay somewhere, like when I went to Thailand, I'd stay in Bangkok for maybe, 5-6 nights. And then throughout that week, I'd plan where I'm going to next. And that way it works really well because it's really easy to get a hotel in Thailand. It's really easy just to jump to the next. I found anyway.
Yeah.
Lucky,
to be fair, our mate said the same thing. He said he was literally at a hotel.
He nearly didn't come back.
No.
Yeah.
I
felt like that.
He was at the hotel and there was like, how much is a room for tonight? And there was like, it's this much. And he was like, look on his phone. Booking.com had it like 30 quid cheaper. And he was like, I've got a booking. And there's like, okay, what name's it under? Yeah, that's fine. Here's your room.
Hack the system.
Like while you literally stood there.
So you doing like a world beatbox tour then?
A world beatbox tour.
Yeah, like as in just.
I did a bit out there. I met some people, mainly kind of at parties and stuff. I'd be dropping some beats, and I met a streamer actually in Bangkok, a Spanish guy. I wish I could remember his name now. He was pretty big actually. And me and my mate Liam and May. We were in Burger King, having a burger, and like we were pretty drunk and that. And this guy, this Spanish streamer, he walked into Burger King with all his streaming mates and that, and they're doing a mad stream, had like something like 10, 15k viewers at the time. It was insane. I thought, good opportunity to jump on and I ended up dropping some beats and that. He started rapping in, I think it was Spanish. And that was cool. That was really ace. He's like done videos with Mr. Beast and that, and
Okay, that's like right time, right place.
Yeah,
isn't
it was.
Like,
Yeah. So I thought, good opportunity to kind of just drop some beats, and he was spitting over the top. It was wicked. Yeah.
Have you seen it on YouTube yet? Have you seen it floating about, or? Did he
I've got the clip. I've uploaded it to socials actually. Yeah. And I watched back his stream and stuff. He commented on it as well, which was cool. I don't think he posted it himself, but I got my mate Jake to clip it all so I could whack it on my socials. And,
Nice.
that was cool.
Does it open doors? Like, just like with going out and just...
Yeah, definitely.
So,
like
yeah.
you jump on the right stream at the right time, and you promote yourself well.
Yeah.
Which I didn't really do that because I was half cut. I didn't do it too well in that video, just me beatboxing. But yeah, I mean, the right time, the right place, you promote yourself well, you can, definitely open up doors.
Yeah.
What gets you to that position? As in, like, when he walked in streaming, and obviously he was already just sat in there and didn't know him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm assuming he didn't just walk into Burger King and go, right, who's a beatboxer?
Oh, no, nothing like that. No.
And equally, I suppose he
Everyone
wasn't
knows
streaming.
that's where you find your beatboxers.
Yeah,
if you
no.
need a beatboxer, they'll be in Burger King.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean? But equally, I suppose, I'm assuming you didn't just walk up to him and just start beatboxing and go, look, I'll do this.
No, not at all. He was with his streaming mates, and he was going, oh, yeah. Well, I think he was speaking in Spanish, but he was just like, yeah, thank you, and, thanks for the subscription. And I could see that he was streaming because he had one of those phones with a fancy selfie stick handle, is it?
Yeah,
and that, he's
yeah.
just like streaming with his mate, shouting about and all that. And I just thought it was a good opportunity to say hello, introduce myself, shook all their hands, and drop some beats. And he loved it. He came out after. He was like, "Oh man, that was so cool, thank you." And like, I just thought I'd bring a bit more content to his stream, I guess. Yeah.
At what point with beatboxing does it go from making silly noises to being able to go, I can do this, check this out, and people go, that's sick?
Yeah.
Where is the transition there?
Yeah. Well, for me, I mean, I started when I was about 15. And I first saw a video. It was on a website called eBaum's World. Do you guys remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. And there's this guy who's playing at a wedding, like a wedding after party, and he was beatboxing. And I was just like, what is this? Mind blown. I watched that video maybe 100 times.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. And I became obsessed with it. And then I just started the basics. I found some random website. I can't remember what it was called now, but it gave kind of basic beatboxing lessons.
Is it Boots and Cats?
That's like a common method.
Yeah.
That was my first one.
Which is like BTK. So he's kind of saying, and but that's like some basics. But I started off, I just don't know, I kind of started humming, going, and then I started going, that was like how I started.
You did do that straight away. There's no way you just went up and did all that, because I can't even.
It wasn't like straight away. Obviously, I did a little bit of the basics, then kind of understood that it's music and I had a bit of rhythm. So I've grown up in a real musical household, and just turned it into music, and that gave me the confidence to be able to deliver like half an hour sets at festivals, and raves. And
I do a great set in my shower.
that was a great place for that when you're washing your hair. Like,
I find,
you know what I mean? It's just like part of you.
It always, it sounds sick in the shower as well, doesn't
it does, because you've got the acoustic.
I always do it, and I do it in my bedroom. I'm like, you're shit, you.
No, that's it. But like you've all got a musical, you've got groove, you've got rhythm, and so anyone can beatbox. It's just knowing the kind of
you can.
basics.
So I always try and tell people it's just Boots and Cats. It's hard but easy all at once. Isn't it?
Old beatbox jam.
You do it all the time. Go on.
In fairness, you can.
I
you can
learned
hold
the
a
basics
rhythm. I'll give
and then
you
didn't
that.
go any further with it.
Because everyone told him, shut the fuck up.
Wherever I used to work, I used to do it without thinking, and then people just like lob stuff at my head. And then,
Do you feel, if I was to ask you right now, just to give us would you do it? In front of a professional?
I'll be ace to
any other episode, now there's a professional here, and now I don't want to.
We was talking before the pod because I guess I was part of a team that booked you for a festival we was working on.
Yeah.
And you was at the festival.
Yes.
And to
I was
catch
very
people
pissed.
up. Yeah, you were very drunk and went up to Mikey and said, "Oh, I could beatbox." And then he went, "Go on then." And you went, "Oh God, I'm too drunk."
I'm too drunk and now I'm nervous and it's not working. Got a real bad dry mouth.
There's your opportunity. What was it, 2012, I think it was?
Can I just interject and ask, how often do you get people come and go, "Oh, I'm actually sick of that," and they do it?
That's
and you're
another
like,
thing
you're
I've
being
got.
polite. You're being polite, which obviously because you're a nice man. Yeah, I am. That's good. But in your head, you're like, "Fucking hell!" Like, I don't know. It's like comedians when they're like professional.
Tell us a
ones.
joke, then.
They go, "No, I've got a joke." Two people walk to a bar and they're like,
It's more like I just really respect that they can even just do a basic beat.
right,
Because
right.
having the confidence to do it. Like some people
Sure.
are really shy about it, like, oh, you know, it's making sounds with my face and that, I don't know. And then when they just get a little basic beat down, that gives them the confidence. So anyone that would come up to me and do a little bit, I'm like, yeah, man, keep going.
That's really cute.
Yeah,
That's really good that you encourage it.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
encourage it because I teach it. I'm passionate about it. So it's not like...
That's really cool.
yeah, I'm not like, oh, what you doing, mate? What's that? You know?
That's my job. That's my job. You can't be coming in here.
No, I welcome it. Yeah, definitely. It's cool.
No, that's really cute, man. Yeah, well done. That's
Cheers, mate.
that would be probably more like, "What are you doing?"
That's your cynical
No, but
side
yeah,
of like,
it's, yeah.
when our pods get bigger and stuff like that, be like, "Oh, I've been fucking starting a podcast." You'd be like, "You can't, you're boring."
Yeah.
I just wouldn't do it. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't go up to somebody and be like, "I could beat." I just wouldn't dare. I just
No.
would not dare.
Can I just give you all a little lesson? Like, I mean, Jack can do some
teach
anyway,
Jack,
but
teach
if I just
Dave.
did
No,
just some
no, I
basics.
wanna-
So Dave,
Honestly-
you just said, "I don't know how to beatbox. I
Yeah.
would never be able to do it."
But Jack is the one that wants to do it.
I do. I'm not a beatboxer. I do
Yeah.
like, when I'm with the band and that.
I'll tell you
I'll be
what,
like,
I'm just a producer, man.
I'll tell you what,
guys are the
you-
host.
all of
do
us,
your
though.
deal.
I mean, we can all
you
try
let him
it.
try and teach you, and I'll show myself up and try and do it in front of him.
All right, deal.
So,
All
like,
right.
just start with the kick drum first. It's a...
Fucking hell.
So get your cheese like this. Go. All together. Yeah.
You're trying to be bad at this. Yeah.
You basically got it though. You just got to put a bit more.
Let me do this.
More oomph into it.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You're getting that popping sound. Just got to make it. Yeah. But try like.
There you go.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Just
more
kind of
power
move
on
your
it.
mouth around as well.
Bass.
See if it's better at a different position or because you got to do what works for you, ain't you? I suppose.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. And then a hi hat.
I can do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm confident with that, but
Yeah. And then
Bam, bam, bam.
oh, calm down.
Bam, bam, bam.
and try it. Yeah.
Okay,
So.
yeah.
Yeah. See? Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Utopia Project.
I'm out.
That was fucking
Your
sick.
turn. Your turn, Dave.
Do that.
But that's like, no, but that's just kind of me just freestyling. But I've been in it for 16 years, you know what I mean? But just start off with the basics and the next thing will be thrown in.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
Wait, so you're obviously in this game, you watch it, see it.
Yep.
How often do you come across something where you go, "Oh, that's next level"? That's
Oh,
like
loads.
What's
Loads.
it like in what's technically the hardest thing to do
Well,
that you think in your? I mean, there's probably a plethora,
Yeah.
but just pick one that you think that is like top level.
not as much top level, but there is something called a lip roll, which I still can't do, and that's really common in the beatbox scene. It's a bass, a particular bass, and you use the side of your lips, and you kind of get this. And I can't do it. But
It makes
the
that
bass
side
is,
of the lip wobble and like.
yeah, it's more like a low end sub though that people can do, and I still can't do it. I've not really practiced, and if I really wanted to learn, I would commit. But it's something that's quite common in the beatbox scene, and they all do it. But I mean, I can do like a. That's like a more of a higher bass, but I can't do the sub stuff, which I want to learn.
There's two things I've always struggled with, and that's like the bassy sort of thing with the when you use your throat and like a
Oh yeah,
without making myself cough.
yeah.
when you go like,
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff. I find it really hard not to either keep it consistent or just make myself cough. I found the only thing I found is like the more effort you put into it, the less it hurts. And it makes no sense.
That's what I keep telling my missus, but she will not.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? The kind of not harder you make it, but the more air you put into it, and the more you kind of force your throat into it, the less it causes me issues.
Yeah,
if that makes
it.
sense.
I mean,
when you half-arse it don't work properly.
Yeah. I mean, when I've done sets at festivals, like half-hour set, when I've been doing loads of whoa afterwards, I'm like, "You're right, mate. How's it going?" Do you know what I mean? Sounds like I smoke like 50 fags or something. But, you know, definitely don't smoke if you want to look after your voice box.
It's all vocal cords now. It's that and the snare, because everyone does a snare like how do you do yours?
I've got a couple, so I do the but my favourite one's a.
Yeah,
it's more punchy.
I struggle with that one to make it too different to the bass because it's like a.
Yeah, you've got it.
You have to go like down, don't you?
Yeah, so it's like your front of your lips. You're getting a P and an F. You're getting that.
Yeah, whereas I've always gone
sampling the fuck out
which
of
is
all
still
of this.
sick.
And I would struggle like fuck to do it the other way around.
But it's also having your own variations. Like you can have loads of different snares. You can do you can have like inward snares. Loads of different. Doesn't have to be a particular snare.
I suppose with something like that, sometimes you can try and mimic like iconic sounds, like you know, like 808 claps and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Or you can
just make
it's
your
just
own.
a sound, isn't it?
Yeah.
That if you put in the right place.
Yeah, but
it sounds musical. Yeah.
I imagine you guys, you all listen to a lot of music, and that can come across in your beatbox too. When you get inspired, you break it down when you listen to a tune, and that oh, that's really cool. And sometimes that can just come out when you're beatboxing.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
My biggest thing is remembering things. Like I say, I have a sick jam in the shower.
And then beatboxing, but you just buy stuff from Asda.
Yeah, no, just in general anyway. But I'll do like I'll do my own sick little set in the shower, and then as soon as I come out of the shower, I'm like, what did I do? That's gone. That is. I can't remember that.
Yeah.
Well, record that.
Yeah, man. Voice clips on your phone. I've got about 100 odd
just
little
random
things
bits
that I've thought, that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
And just voice clip them all. And then keep it in a little folder, and when you go back to it, like, oh, that was really cool. There's some that I've gone back to, and I'm like, what was that? What was I doing?
Yeah.
That makes me
What's
weird.
that? You crying.
A little crying beatbox or something. Yeah. And then there's some that I've gone back to, and I've used it in a set. So
Yeah. Have you got any? Do you like record albums?
No, I never recorded an album. I've worked for like a few producers where they've recorded me and broke down my voice and turned it into like a sample pack of different.
That's cool.
Yeah, I've done stuff like that, but I've never made an album.
And on the cards, like writing tracks, so to speak.
I'd love to. Yeah, I'd have to work with the right producer and get a bit of a vibe going. But yeah, I'll definitely do it.
Yeah,
sure.
I suppose with you, a lot of it's more freestyle than You'll have beats that you'll put in, but rather than a 3-minute song.
Oh yeah. But that's why I've got something called a loop station. Have you guys heard of that?
Yeah.
Like Beardy Man.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, he uses something called the Beardytron, which is mental. It's loads of like computers.
His streams are crazy.
Huh?
His streams are
amazing,
crazy.
aren't they?
Like all the stuff that he's got in his room. I mean, me and you are like that with music, like all, all the fucking shit that you.
Soon I'll be able to make it. I'll be able to make good music. I'm like, one day I'll have enough gadgets
to be good at this.
I can make a good song.
Do you know the loop station you're talking about? Is that the one? Am I thinking of the one with the circles on it with a big play pause button?
Yeah, it's called the Boss RC505.
Yes, I've always wanted one of those.
Looper, yeah.
It's well expensive then.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's not cheap, but amazing what you can do. You can really manipulate your voice, and you can make full tracks from your voice. But it's a really cool piece of kit.
I've wanted one for ages. I saw, I think it was Mark Rubelet.
Oh yeah, another guy. I love him. Yeah.
Yes, he uses one, and I saw that he used that, and I saw a lot of people use it, and I was like, I really want to go on that.
Yeah,
because I like the idea, because I used to make music back in the day. I used to make dubstep.
Nice.
But I like the idea of more like live looping, because that fits my brain.
Yeah, I
can't sit and fidget on a track for like 7 hours. I'd rather just be like in the moment making.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like Benga and Scream and stuff like that.
Mate, they're my legends. Yeah, they're coming back, and which is great. They just dropped a new banger, which is awesome. But yeah, I would love to sit down with those guys.
That's cool.
So I would love to go on a loop station, but I'm kind of conflicted, as in, I think it'd be sick, but I'm then arguing with myself as like, no, I'd rather just do that now. You know what I mean? Not use a loop station and just do it, all of it yourself. Does that make sense? And it's impossible to do that, isn't it? But my head is like, nah, learn to do that without the equipment. And that, because like I've also
that's taking it to another level, though.
I know,
isn't it?
but it's my own little like, and I don't kind of like knock down anyone that uses it. I'm like, wait, you're not doing it for real here. But do you know what I mean? Because it's like layering everything up, and it makes it so much better. Because like Sharpie showed us before, like So and things like that, like done some mad shit by like using filters and effects and things like that. I think personally, I'm more impressed when. I think it's because I don't know the technology side of it, but I'm more impressed by like when you come out and you're like, I'll just do a full song just off the bat. There we go. Just
the rawness of it, instead of being
as
like,
opposed to like the full songs with like loop stations and filters and everything else are still great. I'm more impressed when people are like, yes, I can make that noise. It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it that you can't decipher between what they're doing and what the technology is doing for them? Is that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of the tism or what, but my brain immediately is like, you're cheating.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
I'm surprised you've never got a loop pedal, to be honest.
I would love one, but I just don't get it.
Yeah, but you won't, because you haven't got one.
No.
I like it allows you to be on your own, and it allows you to expand and probably
you can really get lost in it. You know, I've been stuck on loops for ages. Not really played out with it too much though, because it's much more. You got to have a track down. You know what I mean? It's like you
know
really
all
have
your
to,
parts
you got to know when to, hit the play button at the right time and bring in a bass or bring in a crazy sound effect. It's a lot more, it's kind of a lot more thinking to it. But when I'm doing a set and it's just beatbox, I can just flow and feel the crowd, which is nice. But with looping it's different because you're bringing technology in. It's got a bit of structure to it, and that's something I've struggled with even when I've dabbled in music production.
Yeah,
I've struggled with like structure more than anything. Just I'll get a wicked loop going. I'm like, this is ace, and then just putting it all together. Something that I could work on.
Sure. Maybe don't know how to kind of, or unsure maybe on how to kind of build on it or break bits down and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm kind of like that. I'll just keep going with. Yeah. I'm like, well, this sounds good. Just do that for 3.5 minutes.
I'm halfway into Rick Rubin's book.
Oh, cool.
And he's talking about like creativity, and that might help you. Yeah, because there's some really good tips that he gives about like how to. There's this one called planting seeds, where you just like basically for any producer or anybody who's like into making something, who's creative, where you just plant seeds, and the seed could be if you're a beatboxer, it could be loops. Yeah. You just make a bunch of loops. Once you've got them spread out on a table, it's better to look at them all, then you can pick out the one that you really like, rather than just like sticking with one, continue with it until it becomes something or it doesn't. And he's just it's like a 7-hour audio book, and it's just, I'm in the middle of it right now, and I'm like, oh, this is why Rick Rubin's, because he's a genius.
Yeah.
He's insane. His books, I've been.
I should think that probably works. Interesting. Yeah. That probably works a lot better. As in, because I've noticed before, like if I've written like lyrics for songs and stuff before, if I've got like, I would say to someone like, I've done it with you before, and I'd like just send me the beat, and I'll just make lyrics to that, and then I'll work out the bars. And if I really like the beat, I'm like, it just kind of sparks. Like it'll kind of like it kind of writes itself, if that makes sense. It'll kind of just, you're like, oh, this is sick. You can just flow. Going there. And then you're like, oh, no, it's really good, that. But if it's a beat that you don't necessarily vibe with, you're immediately just like, I got nothing.
Yeah. Like, do you ever do that thing where you make something at the time, think it's really cool, and then you go back to it, you're like, oh, no, actually.
Yeah, the entirety of my life.
You go, I'm like,
oh, the last 30 years have been great, haven't they?
I did that with my children. It's like, they're fucking sick. Oh, what are you? Go on, stop it.
Yeah, can I put you back in the box, please?
But I like that idea. I do a bit more of that now with my. Obviously, I've only more recently been getting back into making music and stuff, and I used to always kind of, what I used to call them, create bones. If I had like a riff that was going around in my head or anything like that, I'd just record that
start there,
and call it something fucking random, and I maybe not come back to it. But then when I was like, right, I've got some time to sit and write something and go through and go, oh, that's cool, and then it just sparks something else.
Yeah,
That's
and
the
then you build
seed
on it.
phase. Yeah, that's what he calls the seed phase.
Yeah.
Like you make a bunch, and then it's easy to pick out that one that you really like, rather than if you just stuck with one. That's all you had.
Yeah.
You got nothing to compare it to.
Yeah.
So you don't know how it.
And you just going, well, I've put all this effort into this.
Exactly that.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Sometimes
and
that can lead somewhere. Sometimes it can't. Sometimes it can.
Yeah.
But
I imagine does he talk about flow state as well?
Yeah, I think he does.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah,
I think he
flow
will.
state?
When you get into it, you've probably been in there.
you're just flowing. You're not really thinking. It's just
Time
you're in
goes
this
by.
kind of state of just flowing. Like I've done it with loops and that. You know, where you're just kind of not really.
You're not there. It's
Yeah, you know,
ethereal.
you're just lost in it. Yeah, that's a special place to be.
He talks about ideas like being on a conveyor belt. He believes, and I believe this as well, I think ideas are, where'd you get an idea from? What is creativity? It's like, he believes that it's on a conveyor belt and they're already there in the ether, and if you don't grab it, someone else might. I mean, and loads of artists,
like a fucking Chinese buffet with the little...
exactly that. You
Like
can see
that.
it, and you have a look inside, and that's creativity. You look in, you get something, you go, oh, cool. Sometimes it goes by, sometimes you pick it up, sometimes it's not ready to be created yet. Maybe it's ahead of its time, maybe it's already gone. But if you let it go by, it might go to someone else. And that idea, he believes ideas are more of a spiritual, ethereal thing, because we don't really know where ideas come from. They just kind of come to us. That's why this saying "share our thoughts" comes. And I'm all dead into that, because I believe in that we are tuning into things that already exist and we're just pulling them from the ether. And creativity is not just labelled by beatboxing, making music. It could be like planting flowers. It could be building a house. It could be anything. And that's where the ethereal realm of ideas comes from, and I really gel with that. I
suppose that kind of I was about to say, I've always struggled with like being an ideas man. Like I struggle with for example, when you're like, oh, what we're going to do on the show this time, we're going to change the show and we're going to do this. What do you think we should do? And I'm like, I never really have to really fucking try to get something, and I really struggle with it.
This is a thing.
Whereas if I'm like building a shed, and someone goes, oh, this don't fit into this properly, how are we going to fix that? I'm just like, well, screw that to there, screw that to there, that's there, that'll do. That'll work.
That's creative.
Like, won't look pretty, but it'll work. And then, like, thinking about that's creativity, but it's just kind of different things. Whereas, like, with, like, tech and music stuff, I've always been interested in that sort of stuff, but I'm more, like, my biggest thing is I imitate things that are already there. That's why I do well at accents and shit like that, because I imitate. If I can't create a new one, but I can mimic stuff really good.
Yeah, that's
you know
cool.
what I mean? Like, if someone's got a really strong accent, I struggle not to copy them. That's why I don't like talking to Americans. I find it really hard.
It says everything's collaborative. Nothing is on your own.
No.
Everything is collaborative. Like, you will get an idea from someone else. It's never really an original idea. It's always a form of someone else's idea. It's like replicate then innovate. Is like you will always be influenced by something. Nothing is individual. Everything is collective. That's why bands work, and that's why you always get influence from something that you don't even know.
Yeah,
you can always pick up bits from different artists and then put it in your own way, kind of thing, don't you? You learn from people that inspire you, don't you? You know, I heard something really good the other day, where it was just like, don't be so worried about how people perceive your music. Just do what makes you happy, what makes you feel good. Don't be so worried about it's going to be perceived. If at the time, if you was feeling it and it doesn't do too well on socials, go to the next one. Just keep, just enjoy.
That's not art, man. Yeah, art is like art is just there. You shouldn't be like a. I think it's kind of sad that how many artists are amazing out there, but they just let other people kind of decide. Because I'm not going to put that up, because no one will listen to it. That's because
they're too busy doing it for everybody else.
Yeah, that's not
for them, is it?
I think that's your biggest downfall, and why you've never really picked up music.
What's that?
One, because I did it, and being your older brother, it's like, well, that's Chunk's thing, so I can't.
Yeah, because when we was kids, if I tried to do anything that you did, you got mad at me for it. So
yeah, I did.
And everything you was doing, I wanted to do because it's cool. And I'm the only brother's doing this and it's sick. I want to go. And there's, stop doing that, you fucking loser.
Yeah, well, I can apologise for that, but also man up.
That's why I learned to beatbox, because you weren't doing that with me, and I had no friends. So I sat in my room and I watched YouTube videos and I would beatbox until people threw stuff at me.
Yeah, but like, I think a big element for you is that not fear of failure, but a fear of embarrassment is probably
I'm trying to embrace that a lot more. It's like, I suppose like I said before about the Greg James thing, I'm trying to embrace a bit more like Because the amount of times I've had, like, the idea pop into my head of, like, when we're out with the kids or whatever, if we're at like a fucking playground or whatever, and I'm like, I'll do that, it'd be funny. Like, just be a bit silly.
Yeah.
And then I'm like...
You hold back?
No, because what people might be looking at me.
Yeah.
And then, like, now I'm trying to get used to... I mean, it's obviously it's a learning curve and it'll take a bit of time, but I'm trying to get more into... Nothing happens if you're a bit silly.
Yeah.
Or if you look stupid. Like, it doesn't matter. No one's going to shoot you. No one's going to come beat you up. Like, it's fine. Just...
I might.
Yeah. You probably will. Yeah. But, like, more than anything, it's people... The worst people's going to do is go, that man looked a bit silly.
Yeah. Do you know what?
That's it.
I can relate. Like, one of the thing that tests me the most is when I busk. So if I go busking in the middle of a city, I'm really worried how people are going to perceive it, because it's a crowd where it's just mixed of every different type of person, instead of when you go into like a festival or a rave and you're performing, most people are going to get it. And so you always think, like, how's it going to go down? But then afterwards, it's amazing because people really feel it. I've not had one bad experience busking, thankfully. I've had people like dancing and stuff, and that's kind of tests you the most, busking, I'd say. For
when
sure.
it could literally be anyone.
Yeah.
And just one person could walk past and think, it's fucking sick, mate. Yeah, here's some money. And then other people could be like, it's fucking shite, this.
Yeah.
Like,
you get some confused looks. Do you know what I mean? I've had some of them, like I've had like an...
Is that guy all right?
Yeah, is he okay?
Well,
yeah. Concerned about me. But I remember when my first ever gig was at a place called Eco Fest, and I was like 15, I think. 18. And I played with a band called Sandfly. I was just doing the beats, didn't have a drummer.
Okay, cool.
And I was really nervous before going on stage, proper nervous, like how are people going to perceive this? It started at school where, people would ask me to do random stuff like the EastEnders theme tune, beatbox and all that. So I did my first gig. I was really nervous. Took me a lot to get on stage, and then my gig went really well. And afterwards, I felt awesome. That natural endorphins.
There's no high like that, mate.
Yeah.
A successful gig, even to 5 or 6 people. Yeah. Just that adrenaline. You can't explain it.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's awesome. You feel great after. Like.
Right, should we get to the bulk of Utopia then, mate? Yeah. So you have been tasked with creating your own utopian planet just for you and all the people. You get to rule it however you want. Yeah. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. So we start with the name of your planet. Yes, okay, that's good. Well, I had a little think about it, and I'd call it Planet Beats. Yes. Planet Beats. It makes sense. Yeah. I'm Mikey Beats, and Planet Beats makes sense. Planet Beats for sure. I feel like everyone, just on the face of it, I feel like nobody just walks around on your planet. I feel like everyone is like always vibing, like grooving. Yeah. It's quite cool. Just a constant. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everyone's just having a good time. Yeah. Proper positive planet for sure. Yeah. What's your flag looking like? Well, I'm a Liverpool fan. Ooh. So I'd definitely have it red and white, but then I'd also have like a microphone in the middle of it. Old school, new school. What type of microphone? Yeah, what's I'd just have probably an SM58 industry standard one. But then but have all the patterns and colours on it and stuff. That's fancy words. Normal people, what do they look like? What you would see. Obviously an SM58 standard. Yeah, of course you would. Yeah. What the fuck does that look like? Is that one of them? What's that? This is a MV7X. Of course it is. Podcasting 101. Why don't people know this? Yeah, the one that I pointed out earlier. That's on the side over there. Like karaoke mic. Very similar to that, yeah. Like a karaoke mic. It's a Shure microphone. Right, industry standard. Yeah, you got to remember, I'm an idiot. Yeah. So there we go. Okay, yeah. And probably have a piece of cheese on there as well, because I absolutely love cheese. Fucking definitely got to be done on it. Have that in maybe a corner somewhere near the mic. Now we're talking. What kind of cheese are we talking? There's a lot of cheese talk on the pod before. I've tried a lot in my time. Probably a 5 Counties. You heard of that one? Oh, I've heard of it. Never actually had it. Yeah. Is it like a mixed cheddar sort of thing? It's basically 5 different counties in one block. Oh, the slicey one. Not slicey one, stripy one. I mean, I usually poo-poo the cheese talk because we have covered it so much on this show. Cheese is... I mean, I just like melted. Melted is my favourite. Melted. Yeah. But you've pulled me back in to this cheese chat with... What do you mean? It's 5 different counties?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
What's
You
the
got-
cheese called
Chi-
again? Sorry?
5 counties.
5 counties.
It's like striped, isn't it? There's like an
Yeah.
orange, white, and then a bit paler, and then a different one, yeah. All different types of cheese.
Why?
It's
Where are
blended.
we getting counties
It's a
from?
blend. All the different counties.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
5 counties have come together to make one
missing
cheese.
something glaringly obvious here? What are you talking about?
Cheese. The 5 counties have come together. And they've gone right.
So there's just like a board of people from Lincolnshire going right. Like,
Imagine Lincolnshire sausage.
Yeah.
And then let's say there's Shropshire sausage and there's Derbyshire sausage, and they've gone, let's combine them all. And the top layer is Lincolnshire. It's all in one sausage, but the top layer is Lincolnshire. Then you've got a middle of Shropshire. Then you've got a bit of Derbyshire.
and it all goes together amazing.
Yeah. I've never actually had it because I looked at it and thought that looks adventurous.
Yeah, it's ace.
Nice.
what 5 counties?
I don't know. Can
I
you
know you're
Google it,
asking.
please?
Yeah, I wish
for
I
me?
could remember these, but I can't.
Can you Google it for us, please? 5 counties cheese. I don't know what's in it. All I know is there's an orange and a white bit, and then there's various different colours.
Yeah, it's got it's like
There you go. Look.
Well, look at that.
Yeah, there we are.
Red Leicester. Oh,
Red Leicester.
There
sorry.
you go.
I've made a big deal of that.
Cashier.
And
Oh, it
obviously,
looks like thingy cake, doesn't it?
looks like Bertie
Madeira
Bassett's
cake?
made of cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen that. Let me put that up.
Yeah, it's ace.
It would confuse me as to which way you would slice it.
Yeah, just yeah.
But if you slice it wrong, you're only
Straight
getting
down.
one cheese,
Get
aren't
all
you?
the get all the blend.
Yeah.
While we were talking, you used to coming up with your flag. I did ask ChatGPT to come up with it. While you
Oh, did
nice.
you? Oh, sick.
Yeah.
No, you could, I don't know if you edit this in, but
Yeah,
I just
'cause-
had the idea of like, I wouldn't be funny if I just started typing it. And
Yeah.
I put red and white, and that's what it's
Okay.
come up with. And it's very, very basic.
Yeah, it's, yeah. I probably have those in like the middle somewhere, bit bigger and
A bit more fancy than that, rather
Yeah,
than.
it would be.
Isn't that basically the same
Yeah, I
as
changed
like?
the mic as well. I think. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
that mic's one of those kind of old school
school,
war
yeah.
ones. I think, isn't it? Or
Yeah.
like
Is that
Elvis
like
styles.
the red and white like that? Isn't that like a Eastern European flag? It looks familiar.
Bolivia or
national
something.
flags, red and white with the microphone and a piece of
Yeah.
piece of 5 counties cheese in the corner.
Yeah,
There you
you
go.
could really get ChatGPT to make it look insane, couldn't you?
Yeah.
So yeah,
There you go. There's
Yeah.
5 counties cheese. There you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Yeah, Chuck.
Yeah, lovely. So that's all of your flag.
Yes.
Mike and cheese and red
Yes.
and white. Sick.
Yeah.
Mike Cheese Liverpool.
Yeah.
Bang it all
Yeah.
together.
I'm down for that. So what would you go for your... This is going to be interesting, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What's your planet's national anthem?
National anthem. It would be "Everybody Loves the Sunshine," drum and bass remix by Nexky.
Oh, tune.
Everybody loves the sun.
Everybody loves the sunshine. But it'd be like drum and bass. Yeah, it's the remix. It's ace.
Okay,
Proper
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I imagine I am familiar, but... maybe
know it
not.
if you heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what was your reasoning for that?
Just because it's a real positive tune. I'd have a lot of nature on my planet and some decent sun. It's a positive thing. So I think that'd
Just
go
a
well.
nice vibe. for-
Everyone getting together to sing "Everybody Loves the Sunshine."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think that's about the only lyric as well in there, isn't it?
yeah. I mean, there's not really any lyrics in it, to be fair.
That's what I mean. Apart from that,
yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, on
So
this planet
lyric
as
is,
well, even like, you know, when your national football team's coming out to play or whatever, if they're on your planet, they're going to be beatboxing anyway.
Yeah.
So they'll do the whole thing as like a
Yeah.
beatbox.
But
That'll be part of it.
What I'm hoping is that, you know, I'd have taught the majority on my planet to beatbox. They all be able to drum and, you know, do a drum and bass beatbox. And we get like a vocalist on my planet to sing "Everybody Loves the Sunshine." It'd be like a big, you know,
Yeah.
collective. Yeah, it'd be
Surround
big
sound,
jam.
beatboxing. Yeah.
At some point as well, you probably like you're all communicating in your own little beatbox language anyway.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
words aren't
Yeah, it's
used
true.
anymore
So that
anyway.
is like another language.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, when I've been to like UK champs and stuff, I'll be in the toilet and there'll be like a couple of beatboxers in there just get like and beating or whatever, and I'll be like, and we just kind of chat with, you know, go back and forth with beats and stuff. I mean, toilet, yeah, it's not the best place, is it? You know, it's just, there's loads of
Everyone's has a
everyone's
bit of a
about,
jam.
you're
There's
walking
weirder
about.
things that have happened in toilets.
Yeah.
Ask George Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I imagine someone walking into that who happens to be there that doesn't beatbox or know what's going on.
Yeah.
And there's just loads of blokes in that toilet making all their noises. And they're just like,
Freaks out, yeah.
what the fuck's going on here?
Weirdest orgy going on there.
They're all kissing, but without kissing. It's strange.
Yeah, luckily it'll be at the UK Champs, so most people know what they're there for. But say if you're doing cubes or something, some people freaked out, wouldn't they?
So national anthem is
Everyone loves the sunshine.
Everyone loves the sunshine. Your planet's national food and drink.
Yeah.
Like national dish.
Okay, national dish would be a quattro for Maggie Pizza, which is basically 4 cheeses on a pizza.
So one less than the block.
4 cheeses on a pizza, and everyone would get tucked into that, which is ace. And the drink would be a mango lassi. Have you ever tried that?
Mango
It's probably got cheese in it, I imagine.
No, it's not got any cheese in it, but it's amazing. One of the best
What
drinks
is a
I've ever had.
mango lassi? That sounds fancy.
Yeah, it's a yogurt-based drink. It's like mango, yogurt, pinch of sugar, pinch of salt. The Indians make it amazing. First
a bit
ever tried
like
it.
a bit like a smoothie kind of thing then. Or,
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. First, have you ever, the Curry Mile in Manchester? You heard of that?
No.
It's called Rusholme. That's the first time I ever tried it.
Yeah,
Had it with like a pretty hot curry, not blow your head off, but I washed it down with a mango lassi. I was like, that drink's insane. Blew my mind, and ever since, it's been my favourite drink.
That looks good.
Yeah, it's
So
great.
it's more of a sort of Asian.
Like a smoothie kind of consistency.
Yeah, it is,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's for like I said, it's for like
Yogurt-based,
drinking yogurt, isn't it? I think.
So it's like a yop.
Yeah, it's like a dessert on its own.
Yeah.
You have that with a curry, you're stuffed, you know what I mean?
Is that where it's from then? Sort of India? And
Yeah, I'd say so.
I had my first ever pina colada a while ago, which I expect is a similar sort of consistency.
Yeah.
It's very like because that's like cream in it or something.
You have a couple of them, you got heartburn, don't you?
Yeah, but I love coconut stuff, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's mad.
Long Island, you a fan of them?
Not actually tried Long Island before.
Yeah, they're potent. You have one of them, a couple of them, and you're like, yeah.
Well, I think Sharpie was saying that's the strongest cocktail you can get because it's a mix of so many different alcohols.
Yeah.
Because there's like everything in it.
I'm not. The closest thing I get to a cocktail is like rum and coke, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's 2 things, and it's usually got coke in it.
Yeah.
I recommend the Long Island Ale. They're awesome.
Yeah. They are quite
You ever
good.
partake in a mango lassi, Dave?
I'm not like the biggest cocktail fan, to be honest. But then whenever I try, whenever Leanne gets one and I try hers, they're always great.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I feel like I've had so many that I just didn't. I was like, I'm not vibing with this one, and enough to. But then whenever she gets one, I like creamy. I didn't think I would like creamy milky. The only it's not a cocktail, but it's one of my favourite drinks is a White Russian.
Yeah, they're good.
And I learned that off the Big Lebowski. I think it's my second or first favourite film of all time. And he drank it, and I was just like, I need to see what that tastes like. And then
They look good.
They look
don't
good.
they,
I
as
tasted it. I
well?
was like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They do at Vice and Co. They do a Kinder Bueno.
We had that.
White
We had
Russian.
I had like 4
Yeah.
of those or something when I was there. I was like,
People bang on about them, and I tried a bit of our mates once, and it's fucking good. It's really good. The only problem with them is they're really
liqueur. That one, Kinder Bueno. But,
the only problem with them, they're really strong, but then they taste really nice, and they
That's
don't
the
taste
thing.
strong. So they're like, you need to take it steady. But I'm like, no, that tastes great. I'm going to basically fucking neck it, and then like 2 drinks in, I'm like, oh, I'm fucked, mate. Like,
That's what I like because I'm not really
I'm a wobbly
heavy,
Russian.
I'm not a heavy drinker. Like if I'm drinking to get pissed.
Yeah.
So like, and if I'm gonna drink, like I don't like my lagers really. Like I used to but I think I pretended all these years to like them. I don't really like.
I think
For
everyone
beer-
who drinks lager pretends to like
I
it.
It
think
took me
so.
a while to get the taste for beer. Absolutely.
Yeah.
but I sit and even though it gives me mad headaches, I have too many. I know I like a fruity cider.
Yeah.
with sugar.
Oh, yeah.
which is annoying because it's bad for you. But I love the taste.
I love mango stuff, and one of my favourite drinks ever, and Carl introduced me to it, is Lily's mango cider, and they've got it on draft at Cardinal's Hat in town.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's fucking
Is it?
amazing because it's like lightly carbonated. The thing it does made in with beer is it's like I just get so gassy.
Gassy, yeah.
And I have 2 pints and I'm like,
Bloats you,
fucking
doesn't it?
hell, I need to go to bed. And I can't do it.
Yeah, but to be
Whereas,
fair, Joe, that's you in general.
well, yeah,
It doesn't matter whether you had the pints or not.
No, yeah, I'm just a
you're
big fat
usually
cunt.
10 minutes away from wanting to go to bed.
Yeah, I'm 10 minutes away from a nap at any point. And but yeah, add that, oh, it's banging. Because it doesn't just bloat you out, and because it's like it's like I say, it's really sweet. You get the mango in there as well. It's just like drinking juice, man.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm not really a cider drinker. My mate Pete, he loves cider, but I'm not a massive drinker. It's just more of a social thing for me. I don't go home and like naked beer or anything. It's more when I'm out, I drink to get drunk.
I like that 3-drink buzz as well. You know, when you got that lift.
What do you say?
The 3-drink buzz. 3 or 4. You get that lift of just like a mood lift. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, just a bit peppier.
I've got a lot better at living in that buzz
pocket,
level and going
pocket.
whoa, up, down, but like
maintaining
that and just going, just leave it half hour, then have another one.
So if I'm nervous about something, because if I'm anxious, I'm in a room and I know I have to perform, I just fuck it. And my mate's like, you don't have to get drunk. I'm like, but I do because I'm nervous. So I just neck pints and then I just end up not knowing where the hell I am and just throwing up everywhere. So
there's been many a time where I've been out and I've had a few and then that turns into more, and then I end up at a after party. Oh, it's like, and then
you're in someone's kitchen at 3 in the morning.
Exactly. And it was great fun at the time, but then the next week you're like, oh god, what am I do that for? And, but it's part of it. And I think if you didn't sometimes continue after 3 or 4 beers, you'd make better decisions, wouldn't you? Yeah. Because when that 3-4 beers turns into a few more, you're always like, right, after party time or party time. That's what I've learned.
The 3 beers, you're at the fuck it, go on. But then you're also like, when you're like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You can still sensibly go, we should stop
I'll get
there.
better at that now. Mm-hmm. I'm always the age now. Well, I just go, no, thank you.
Always better at pool by beer 3.
Oh yeah.
Got my eye in. But then I have beer 4 and I'm fucking terrible.
Tipping it. Yeah.
I'm arguably bored by then as well.
This ain't right.
Yeah. So what would be your planet's currency then?
Currency? Yeah. Well, could say cheese again.
It can be if you want it to be cheese. Little baby bells.
But can't maybe like different cheeses are different currencies. Like say a quid is maybe a bit of Stilton.
Yeah.
And then say maybe 10 quid is like a massive bit of Red Leicester or something.
Yeah.
So that could be my currency. Different types of cheese.
Different cheese. Yeah. And then your bank is your 5 counties because you've got all the currencies in one.
Yeah.
So,
exactly. That's like a wallet, isn't it?
Yeah. That's what a top of a wallet looks like. I could do that.
I think if I'm thinking like a high-end currency, you could have a real posh cheese. I'm just trying to think of a real posh cheese right now.
Like a Gouda or something?
Yeah.
That sounds fancy.
Blue cheese?
Yeah.
I've never been keen on blue cheese.
I love me a blue cheese.
I've never been keen on blue cheese. When we go to a tapas place in town, they do. 2 things I hate is mushrooms and blue cheese.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of mushrooms.
They do a mushrooms and blue cheese potato. It's fucking banging.
It sounds good.
Yeah, honestly, I don't like either of them. But I don't know what it is. They must have crack in that or something because it is. I can't get enough of it. I like potatoes, but it's like because it's all just mashed together, so it's like a creamy white sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking banging. I don't know what they put in it, but I like to say it must be drugs or something because it is good. Really fucking good.
They say cheese triggers the part of your brain that hard drugs does, don't they?
Oh, really?
You ever seen that study?
No.
I'm guessing it does in you. From the sounds of it. Just let me talk about the cheese, man.
I think you should change your name to Mikey Cheese.
Mikey Cheese, yeah. Bring up my, make my own kind of cheese company.
Or just Cheesy Beats.
Yeah.
Cheesy Beats.
There you go.
There you go, Cheesy Beats.
Cheesy Beats. I prefer Mikey Cheese, actually.
Mikey Cheese.
Ring to it, yeah.
Actually, just cheese.
Just add it. Just cheese.
Why complicate it?
Mikey Cheese.
Call it what it is.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, we're going down the road, see Mikey 5 counties.
Yeah.
That sounds like a gangster name.
Yeah, gangster as fuck.
Mikey 5 counties.
Or a guy that didn't wash, Mikey Stilton.
Yeah. What do you call him that? Nah, you'll find out.
When you say about like ideas like on the conveyor belt, I think you've got your merch sorted now.
Yeah.
Mate. You can go into cheese
and
music and just combine the two.
Cheese and music and cheesy music.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you
so
go.
Like at a festival, I'll go do my set, and then have a little cheese stall.
Yeah. Like, see me down here, I've got CDs and I've also got lots of cheese. If you want to buy some
I've got
cheese.
some cheddar that I beatboxed at.
Can't imagine many people who want to be eating cheese, will they, after
It's full of beats, that. Full of beats.
But yeah, cool.
Yeah, currency is cheese though. That's fine by us, mate. One thing that you would ban in your planet.
Yeah. Do you know what? Probably smartphones.
Yeah?
Yes.
Because one thing, I wouldn't say that makes me angry, but when I've been to like raves and festivals, there's always like one or two people that are just on the phone all rave or all festival, not enjoying the moment, not being there for the, I like to get a little video, a little picture and stuff. That's cool. But when I'm at like a rave or a festival, they're there all rave with their phone out, or they're just texting or taking little selfies and stuff. And really, it should be about being in
that,
there.
Gigs now.
Yeah.
Bit of that.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking. You paid like 200 quid to be here. Fucking watch it.
Be in the moment, and I always find. Yeah, so I'll probably ban smartphones on my planet, and just. I think that's what I'd do. Yeah.
Well, just in general, or more like events and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, when I throw events and stuff, I think. Yeah, I won't ban them.
Someone did that recently, didn't they?
A lot of comedians, big comedians do
Sabrina
it.
Carpenter, I think, did that. She's done it at an actual music
Put it in
gig.
those Ziploc bags.
Something like that, and they basically said no phones. You're not allowed it. Yeah, I don't know whether they said you had to leave it or whether you're just not allowed to get it out or what. But they said no phones, just beer.
Yeah, what they do at a lot of comedy gigs I think more so in the States than anywhere. And
Mothership at Joe Rogan's club, they do it, don't they? I think.
You put them in a Ziploc bag and you have to give it to the security as you leave. You walk in, and then you get it back at the end of the show.
When I was in Berlin, in Germany, went to a couple of clubs there. One called Sisyphos and another one called Watergate. And there, when you get in the line, you get queue up and ready to go in. They give you like a sticker to put over your camera, so you're not there all filming.
Just filming everything.
Yeah, so you're just there for the moment.
That's good.
I like it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like, it does my fucking head in.
It's cool. It's cool getting a little video and a little photo and stuff.
Just
That's
a bit
great.
of like,
Some people film the whole fucking thing.
All raving that. Yes.
I took my fiance, my missus, to Harry Potter World, and when the big reveal where you go through the big doors, that was a big. Even though I'm not a Harry Potter fan, really. Remember, because I've seen the films because of Leanne, and then you go in, you walk through the double doors, you see just like the hallway of where they eat. I don't know what they call that.
The Great Hall.
Great Hall.
The Great Hall.
Yes, and I just the sea of people in front of me just on their phones. I was just like, it even took me out of it. I was like, oh. Then I looked at them. I was like, you can go in, just take a few bits. I'm with you. Take a few. Have the memory. I'm totally down for that. But just not. There's some people just like living their life through a screen. Yeah. I'm like, brother, like you. Oh, by the way, you can also download pictures that the actual company has taken. Yeah. But I think it's more about these people want to go. I was there, and that's the picture I've taken.
Yeah. But that's the same photo that thousands of people have taken. Millions probably. It's all like, there's a picture of that, a picture of that.
Me and I've got a few photos stood next to each other, like, hey, we're here. Yeah. Boom, that's it. But the amount of people just living, it's kind of sad, man. Yeah. I was just like, experience it.
Or at least, I think, as a bare minimum, there should be like a use cap. Yeah. So you go to an event and you got 3 photos, 1 30-second video. That's it.
How do they check? How do you check?
No, but like, we're creating a utopian planet. There can be sensors that as soon as you go in, like trigger something on your phone, it'll brick your phone. Like,
true, that's good.
Someone trained in that area, just monitoring what you're doing on your phone.
Yeah. It's an app that you get. It's like a camera app, and it loads up, and it's like got the number 3 above it.
Yeah,
and you press it once. That's it.
Inside that venue,
there's no backses either.
It'll brick your phone otherwise.
Yeah. There's no backses. No. It's like you've taken the photo, it was a wrong angle. No, tough shit.
Yeah. Saying that, though, there seems to be a lot more now through, obviously, my kids are relatively young, but like our nephews are at that sort of cool age, 18, 19 or whatever. And it seems to be a lot more that are going, fuck that, I don't want that. Like I've seen people with like disposable cameras and like Polaroids, and that's it. Which is cool. You take that and that's the fucking photo, not take it again or anything like that.
I think we live in a world of abundance, don't we? And because you've got a camera phone which can take, let's be honest, infinity amount of photos, you're you're going buck wild. But like you said, if you had that's beautiful. If you had just a limited amount on a disposable camera, which is 20 pictures.
Yeah,
well, that makes it more important and just more beautiful.
The joy that you used to have. I don't know. Obviously, I assume we've all had disposable cameras, but the joy of waiting to get your photos back.
You don't know what's going to happen.
No.
One's birned out. You're like, oh fuck,
What was that?
What was that?
Yeah. I love that.
I did see, when I was in Rhodes the other week, I did see a lot of people with digital cameras, and I remember every time I was like, why not just using your phone? And now it's just twigged. That's probably it. It's because it's just a camera, and you can only hold so many pictures on it. Not like, and even if you have got a big thing in it, so you can take loads of pictures, it's just a camera. It's not Instagram. It's not TikTok. It's not Twitter. It's not everything else in one. It's just I'll just take pictures of this. That's it. That's all I can do with this thing, or a bit of a video. Like, you can't do. There's not. Oh, look at this notification while I'm taking this picture. It's just that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're not distracted by all the other things.
And that's in that instance,
to this mid rave. I need to now go live on TikTok or any of that. You just want to be there in the moment, don't you?
In that instance, I'm kind of like, take as many pictures as you want.
Honestly,
I don't know why,
that's
but
why. Honestly, weirdly, streaming for me took my love away for gaming. I remember then it became more about the stream than it did the game. Weirdly, I had to come off the game, the stream, because I just want to enjoy the moment of being in this immersive thing rather than having a camera pointing at me and I'm having to entertain as well as game, and I'm in this middle realm of am I enjoying it as well as someone's watching me? That's why
you're kind of not paying attention to the game then.
I fell out of love with streaming because I was like, I just want to play, man. I want to be immersed. I want to be just gone.
Well, at least you did that and didn't fall out of love with gaming. That'd be worse.
Also, really good that you had a go at streaming as well, because it looks like such a high pressure thing to do. I've thought about it myself, but I just feel like, especially if you got loads of viewers now, it's a mad pressure. But it's
is it any more really than being at a big venue, or do you know what I mean? But because it feels so
everyone's hidden behind a keyboard, aren't they?
But then. When you kind of, I get it, because I've been there. We've done streams and that, like doing the podcast, or whatever. And there's this weird, but this is live, and loads of people are watching. But then equally, if we was on a stage doing it, we would be like, okay, we're just doing the podcast. It's really fucking weird that you get that perception, but really, just do your thing and perform.
Yeah,
and it's still just an audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, just be yourself, innit? Yeah.
I think there's an energy when someone is there, or a crowd, right? There is this ethereal. I mean, you said earlier, you get intoxicated, right? There's an energy. And
I never got that. I'm not off the back of a stream.
Exactly that. Because you're not getting that feedback. It's just a lens and a number, and you're like, whereas if you're at a crowd, and I bet you shared this thing as well, and you've done live gigs. I've said this to my friend Jim when I've been, we've been performing and stuff because we're in a parody rap group, and it was just. Even that, I shouldn't be allowed a microphone because it's too. I've had to calm myself down sometimes. I was like, this is too much.
Because of my ego. And in my head, everyone in that crowd's going, go on there, chunk.
Yeah,
go on. Okay. Come on, more. And I'm like, I don't think they actually do. But, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Whereas on the screen, it's one person pop up, and it won't even be an attack of your shit or anything, but it would just be the camera's looks a bit overexposed. I'm like, oh God, no!
I turned it off in the end. I turned the view count off. So if I see one view and only one viewer, see 50. I was like, 50. It's a different type of feeling. So in the end, I just went, turn it off. Imagine it's just there. But then in the end, it's hard to keep up with. Like you said, you can't really make money out of it or make a living. Let's put it that way. And it's very
the energies. I bet you're buzzing though when you see loads of people in the chat. I bet you feel it. You're like, whoa.
When you get raided, man, I got a 2,000 viewer raid once. I remember just turning it on.
For anybody at home that don't know,
when another streamer who's probably bigger than you, normally it is bigger, they just see your stream and go, right, I'm going to get my viewers, I'm going to take them over to you. So have all my viewers. And they don't necessarily stay, but you get that influx of 2,000. So you might be on 5 people, and instantly so-and-so's raiding you. You have a little notification come up, and then instantly you've got 2,000 viewers from another stream.
Oh, does it literally pull them across then?
Yeah.
They don't. I always thought that was a case of they would say, right, I'm going to go to this person's stream, go to this username, and then to kind of instruct everyone to go. But that they literally pulls
No,
them
it pulls.
over.
It's a button, and then it literally just takes that viewership, moves them on, which is a great thing from Twitch. But yeah, I remember just turning that on. Of like, I loved it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't freeze. I'm more like, here we go,
Buzz
I'm
off it.
energized,
Yeah.
buzz,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
let's fucking go. And I make sure, I'm nervous, of course, because I think if you're not nervous, you might be a little bit sociopathic. But that's another. There's always a nerve there, but I'm ready to take that energy and move forward with it. And I love that. Yeah, I miss that. I do miss that.
Yeah. I think the kind of etiquette is, from what I've seen from some people they do, is basically you end your stream by raiding into another stream.
Yeah, I used to do it all the time.
Yeah. So you don't just go, I'm leaving now, see you later.
That is
You would
the
always
etiquette,
like give your audience to someone else and go, they're yours
That's
now.
cool.
Sit in
I
a
like
bit.
that.
That's quite
Get
good.
like affiliate, and then you get partner, don't you? I
No, I've
believe
got
you stream
affiliate
a certain amount.
status,
Did you?
yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, cool.
At my height, I was making like 70 quid a month.
Yeah,
But then it's hard. Like,
It all depends.
consistent.
Though.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
be consistent. It's a big time consumer. But I imagine, if you keep going at it
like anything,
gets
man,
you.
yeah.
How long did you do it for?
God.
Still
like
kind of do it.
Every now and again I'll dip, and you still have your, weirdly, after years, I haven't done it properly for like 2 years. I did it for like 3 on the bounce. Never kept the schedule because I'm an ADHD, skitty brain everywhere. It's just whatever. But you do have your core audience when I go back, like you said. You got your people come in, you recognise the username, you go, oh man, thank you. And they chuck you a little sub and that, and it's very kind. But yeah, in this day and age of like, and they call Twitch the kingmaker now, because whoever's at the top pretty much stays at the top, and you're competing with literally millions.
Oh, yeah.
Literally millions.
That guy always at the top, Kai Sennett, isn't there?
I like Kai. Kai's a cool guy,
he's-
and I'm glad that the streaming world is now going more towards variety than just. Because I was always a variety boy. But anyway, this is another conversation. I could go on hours about Twitch streaming.
Do you have a smartphone then?
Yeah, I've got a smartphone. Yeah.
Do you find yourself falling into that category of like doom scrolling?
I have done, but I'm also aware of it.
Yeah.
So if I'm like, I've been reading this for too long now, I'm going to put my phone down and turn it around and not look at it.
Yeah.
The only reason I'll go back to it is if a ping, someone's tried to message me.
Yeah, that's
Do you know what I mean?
it.
But
Yeah.
I'm conscious of it. So also, I try to not look at my phone at about sort of like 10, 11 p.m. or whatever. Just have nothing to do with it.
It's discipline, man. Well done.
Yeah. It's
But this guy saved up to go travelling for a year. He's got discipline.
Yeah, but
He's not like us fucking chumps.
there's nothing worse than getting locked into something before going to bed and it's kind of stressful, or something that's going to make you think too much.
Let me enlighten you to the world of farm sim.
Yeah.
Farming
Farming Simulator. Oh, it's so chill, man. It's the best game.
That's where
You play a game where you're so productive you feel tired afterwards. But like every time you say, didn't you? Like, imagine if we put this much effort into our real lives, because we run a full farm on there, man.
Yeah.
It is mad.
I've seen it stream before, man.
Yeah.
It's
really therapeutic, though, isn't it?
I would argue, man, that's a good source of dopamine. It's a slow drip feed, and you're doing something. It's more of a slow drip feed, whereas a scroll. TikTok, I'm the worst for it.
Yeah.
I have to physically, when you say, I'll turn my phone around, I throw my phone away sometimes. So I've been doing it for 2 hours, and I'm like, I need to just stop. And you do feel like you've just had a McDonald's. Do you know what I mean? You feel like you've eaten, and you're like, that was nice, but then you're not full in your brain. So watching some, I find anime is very nice to watch. It's story-driven.
Children, or a little bit
playing.
like South Park or something.
So, yeah, exactly
Something
that.
that'll crack you up and then...
It's more like, you're getting a little bit of slow drip and it might wind you down. Rather than this constant, you can't... I bet you can scroll TikTok and I ask you, if you do it for 2 hours and I ask you, what's the last 3? You come off and I go, what's the last 3 TikToks you watched? I bet most people go, I can't fucking remember.
Yeah.
Because it's just a hit after hit after hit.
Quick,
and we've fucked
time.
ourselves, I think, with our dopamine. Our brains are fried, man.
Yeah, I do. My things, I don't use TikTok, never have. But I use Twitter, X. So say something pops off in the world.
Oh, man.
Then I'm like, boom, I can get locked into that. I'm like, but then I'm like, no, I can't spend too many hours looking at this, too much time, because you just think about it too much. And so, I'm conscious of especially in social situations as well. When I'm with my mates or my family and that, I'm always like conscious, like I don't need to be looking at my phone and that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to be present.
Be here.
There are times where I have to go, fucking hell, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And there is times like, you know, sometimes
Kill a bit of
hanging out with
boredom.
mates, you know, we was waiting earlier and there was a bit of like scrolling. And then me being me, I was like walking around being bored. But like, I've never got it when you're kind of hanging around with friends and then you look around and like everyone's just on their phone and you're like, we've got real life people here to talk to interact. You don't want to be here, go home.
I don't mind it sometimes because it's like me and Amy do it sometimes where like I'll be playing PlayStation, she'll be sat reading a book or whatever, or if like I've had some friends come round and they've been there for the weekend. Yeah. And like for a couple of hours of an evening, when we're all like just want to chill for a bit, we're all in the room but kind of just doing our own thing, just chilling on TikTok or Instagram.
That's cool after you spend quite a bit of time together.
Yeah. But I wouldn't go round to see my mate and be like, "Oh mate, how you doing?"
Yeah, and then start scrolling.
You fucking would. You fucking would. You've got a problem.
Yeah, probably.
But I get what you're saying though, because if like you've been with your mates all weekend, there's nothing wrong just like having a little scroll here and there, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's just not, just constantly don't be hooked. Be present.
Yeah, man. Right, so one thing that's being banned is smartphones, or at least events.
Events on the planet. Yeah.
Someone came up with the idea ages ago, and he referred to it as his dumb phone, didn't he? And he didn't know. It was Sam Harrison, I think it was. He said, "I don't have a smartphone." He said, "I have a dumb phone." He said, "And I just buy the cheapest thing I can that doesn't do like Instagram and all that sort of shit. So if I want to go on Instagram and stuff, I have to find a computer and go on that." He was like, "This is literally just texting, calling. That's about it." And he was like, "I want the most basic thing that I can find."
One thing that you would make mandatory on your planet, mate.
Mandatory, just mandatory to either like music or nature, because if you don't like either of those, you're not really going to like my planet because it's going to be full of it.
Yeah.
So, you don't have to like cheese. That's all right. But music or nature, they're two really important things to me. So, if you didn't like either of those, then planet's not for you.
Yeah. No. How would you kind of implement that? Would it be like, right, once a week you've got to go out into the woods and listen to some music? Or like
something like that. Or do once a week do a little beatbox tutorial. Or ready
for your national anthem.
I like that as well. Like as it seems to be the pattern a lot with this planet, is it slowly starts to curve to I am the almighty ruler.
No, I wouldn't be like a dictator. I wouldn't be evil. That's for sure.
But they do have to have the weekly.
If I had to make something
beatbox lessons,
if you miss your beatbox lesson, you're in trouble. But
Mikey Cheese is coming for you.
That's cool, man. What about who would be your planet's ambassador? So this is somebody who's going to like go and do trade deals for your planet, or just represent you. Not necessarily a prime minister, but just the guy who's going to be
more
like
mascot
the
than
rep.
anything, isn't it?
For me it'd be Bill Bailey.
Bill Bailey.
Nice.
He was the king of my stoner years. Just get absolutely fucking baked and lay there and just watch his fucking
Tinselworm.
I love him. Tinselworm. That was one of the first times I saw him live. I got the DVD my mum bought me when I was younger, and I was like, Bill Bailey's Ace. Remember when he did that news channel intro?
I was going to say, man, that is my favourite. BBC. Then he did that rave.
He's awesome. I think he'd just be a good calming nature to have, sorting out deals and stuff. And, and he's musical, and he'd be the man.
Yeah, because he could kind of get the point across. Because he could come up with a few jingles. In a comedy, like his pitch about
potentially speak Klingon.
I see a video of him. What was that one he did? Was it Slayer or something? And they're like, dun, 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 and then he does it with horns, and it's like,
no, he does Metallica, and Sandman with horns.
He does it all on squeezy horns. I was like, that's fucking brilliant. He's proper like going for it.
I think my favourite one of his is the story of the Magic Roundabout, where he says it's the theme tune, and then it goes, oh no, that the bit we hear on the show is just the beginning, and then it it actually goes really
Really
dark,
dark,
and tells
yeah.
the story of Zebedee, he was a young boy who had his legs cut off by his parents and
Yes,
sent to live in the woods and replaced.
I'm going to watch that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are no
I
son
wanna
of
watch-
mine, you freak, you spring boy.
I want to watch Tinsel Women again now.
Yeah.
There's that and the
order me a bag of weed. We'll go watch it.
Yeah.
Well,
that and the one where he's the chip shop thing.
Chip shop fascist. I
Chip shop
know that.
fascist.
I don't know if it's called that. I've always called it that. But it's about a lady who works in a chip shop and
Carving your name in my forehead
Yeah.
wasn't enough for you.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. I played that to my kids about 2 weeks ago, actually, on the guitar, and they were like, "You all right, Dad?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
He does
It's been a long week.
He does this thing on it was on Channel 4 a while back, and he just invite a different celebrity and just go for a long walk with him.
Nice.
Just have a chat. He just get into nature and just go for like a massive walk with him, and yeah, it's funny.
I kind of like the
That's sick.
idea of like doing that, but then just not saying anything to the person that you
Just don't speak.
Like, do you want to come on this show? And the whole show is an hour of Bill Bailey just
Just walking around.
kind of looking at him and then walking up.
acting as though they're following him.
Yeah.
What are you following me for?
Yeah. It's strong, really. There's not a lot more to add. So that's your ambassador sorted.
Yep.
So what would be your yearly tradition for your planet?
Yearly tradition.
So we can't have your Christmas, you can't have your Easter. It's like a tradition that will be
Brand new thing.
maybe to honour the
Yeah.
leader of Utopia, or it can just be a community event. Or...
You spend all year practicing your beatboxing for Beatmas. And this is where we all pray to the Lord and Saviour, Mikey Beats.
Yeah, I mean, that would be kind of cool. Just, I don't need anyone praying to me or bowing to me.
I want a
coming round to
12-hour beat symphony.
He's coming round to the idea, he's coming round to it. They all get there eventually.
But it'd be kind of cool to throw an event, once a year where everyone gets together and what they've taken from that 1 hour lesson every week. Just
They
to
have
show
to
what they've done.
perform.
Have a massive community kind of beatbox. I'd have singers on there, like vocalists and just loads of different musicians all coming together and having a massive jam, I think.
Nice.
And
I bet that
everyone
would be- Has something like that ever been organised? You know how they do like so many drummers playing Nirvana in an arena? Imagine if they got like
Beatboxers.
the biggest ever beatbox choir.
yeah.
Is something like that ever happened?
Don't know. I've seen like there's a group called Beatbox Collective. They're like a small group and stuff, and they did something where they had like a massive stadium of beatboxers getting involved at the same time. That was insane. I've done something similar when I've taught with Noise Academy, where I taught 1,200 students how to beatbox in sets of 300s. Which was
Shit.
insane. So I'd get like the teachers on the mic, and then I'd get the students to get on the mic as well. But before I even got them on stage, I was just getting them all to beatbox at the same time. So just getting everyone to go. And then I was teaching you earlier with the basics, just getting them to do a kick and then a hi-hat and a snare and a bass line. And that was powerful. So yeah,
that was
I've done
good.
something similar, but I don't know if I've never done like a stadium where you could get maybe like 20,000 beatboxers.
So
at the
that
same
could be
time.
part of your yearly tradition. Then it's like it's a planet-wide beatbox.
Yeah.
I mean, I think on a science level, I think that's got the power to like knock it off its orbit.
Yeah.
If everybody on the planet
At the same time. That's got to be some force, isn't it?
Yeah, I think. Do you know what? There might be something there.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't cause like an earthquake. Or something,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, so a big yearly beatbox.
Yeah, musical
celebration.
jam. Have
Yeah.
all sorts, vocalists and beatboxers, and probably have a massive fire in there as well.
And watch them all burn.
Anyone that hasn't practiced, get in the fire!
Yeah, no, I won't make it satanic, but yeah, I'll definitely have a safe fire. Yeah, it'd be pretty good.
Okay, mate. That's good.
I like the way we're trying to bend him now, and even he is like, no, just a nice time. Thank you.
Yeah. We need to actually go through this list ourselves probably at some point. Get it out of our system.
I feel like we would need to quit.
What would be your national treasure then? Like the final thing. So the way we're doing this is if. So this essentially behind us is the Utopian Museum.
These are what people have brought.
Yeah. So this is what people have brought, or we've found things that kind of represent that and stuff. But what would be your planet's, I guess, exhibition within the?
I mean, it makes
Utopia
sense that it was
Museum?
a microphone. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just just a cool microphone, just loads of colours on it, like a, crazy psychedelic microphone.
Yeah, man.
It'd obviously be the LMX 4520.
The YMCA 400.
Yeah. I know music.
But yeah, no, I think that'd kind of sum my planet up. Microphone.
Do you have your own microphone that you take to gigs?
Yeah, just got SM58.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously. that old chestnut,
Why did you even ask that? Of course it is. What else would it be?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Usually at gigs, it's already there. To be honest. But
there's one thing you kind of want them to provide, really,
is it? Really?
Yeah. But,
thanks for coming to this gig, Mikey. I hope you've brought your own microphone because we've not provided anything. You've got the speakers, haven't you?
But no, there has been the odd gig where they haven't got the SM58, and I've brought mine just to cover me, because I know some mics just don't sound the best with beatbox, and you want to make sure it sounds heavy.
Yeah. It's getting used to how that microphone works as well, isn't it?
So that's one thing whenever I've ever played with a mic, beatboxing and beatboxing with a mic are two different kettles of fish, I've always found.
Extra amplification, massively. I've played through Function 1. Have you heard of Function 1?
Yes, yeah.
I've played through them a few times, and that's ace to.
I was going to say, that was incredible.
Alchemy Festival, and it was Alchemy.
Yes, yeah.
Played a few of them, and I went through them, and it was ace, proper heavy. Yeah.
Right, well, that takes us to the end of the show.
Marvellous.
It's been a wild ride, hasn't it?
It has been a wild
ride. We haven't managed to create another tyrannical monster.
No.
He's fought us against that.
You've kept it really nice, Mike. What's that about? Looking after all your fucking
occasionally we could invite Satan over.
Exactly.
Pick one, mate. Pick one. You can take it with. Sorry, it's the yearly sacrificial time for Satan.
To be fair, I suppose, like I say, when you've got all your bad people in the world, but somebody's got to be Gandhi, haven't they?
Yeah.
So
that's it.
You're the first nice person we've had here.
Cheers. Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been awesome.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed it.
Good,
thanks for coming, mate.
Do you want to tell everybody at home where they can find you online and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. So most of my social medias are Mikey Beats beatbox, all one word. That's my YouTube, my Instagram, my Facebook, and my SoundCloud. Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure, mate. Thank you very much for coming along.
Thank you.
For those at home, if it's the first time you've listened, please do stick around. Subscribe to us on YouTube and all that jazz. Follow us on Spotify and all that. If you can review us on the podcast platforms as well, that would be absolutely bloody lovely. And follow us on the social medias at Utopia Project Pod. We have merch on the website as well. There's some fancy stuff on there. Go and fucking buy it. Get yourself a nice fancy t-shirt and that. Have you got a point, or are you just touching your hat?
No, I was just touching my hat.
Okay, I thought you were like going, excuse me,
please.
join the Discord, sign up to the Patreon and all that, and go follow Mikey Beats wherever you can. And we'll see you next week, I guess. It's been lovely. Thank you very much again, Mikey. Working behind the scenes has been producer Vorney. I've been Chunky T. Thank you very much for coming along.
I've been Jack Magic. We'll see you on the flip side.
And this has been the Utopia Project. Goodbye. I remembered it this time, but didn't try and let
Nailed
Floppy
that.
say it.
Nice, guys. Nice. That was ace.
Welcome to Utopia, please make yourself at home.
It's the only place on earth where you can bitch and moan.
There's something here for everyone to make you feel quite great. Just as long as we've already let it through our gates. This is our dreamland, this is Utopia. Yet another little podcast for you. This is our dreamland, this is Utopia.